Hello there. Welcome back to the channel. This is part 3 in the behind the scenes series of me arranging a song, or how I would arrange a song. And today, let us talk about how to practice, or how I practice, or how you can practice, right? I sincerely hope that this is the last video that you watch for the day, especially if you have not been practicing or find yourself being inconsistent, because first of all, you just need to pick the guitar up and play. There's not a whole lot to it. Don't overthink it. Now, there are nuances in there, because playing is great. How you practice will determine how you perform. So I have my guitar in my arms, but I don't need it. But I'm just going to leave it here, because I'm talking about the habits and philosophies of showing up to practice your instrument. So I will take a lot of what I know from Nathan Mills at Beyond the Guitar. The first step, and I'll sprinkle in what I do, but the first step is to, when you practice, you are going to do your best to not make any mistakes. Now that may seem impossible, but you can use a metronome. You can slow down. That's the biggest part. Slow down parts that you're not sure about or have a tricky transition, and just straight up pause once you know that you have to make a change or move, or make sure that you know where your fingers are going to be. And that way you can play, you have full permission to play whatever you need to play as slowly as possible, so that you can make sure you're not messing up. That and isolation of different parts of the song. I think human beings have a tendency to just gravitate towards what is easy. If you're watching this, you're probably wanting to learn new songs. Your brain doesn't like new things. So instead of jumping into the entirety of a song, you really want to make sure and I recommend going straight for the parts that you know will be the trickiest. Because if you have a time slot of practice, or you don't have a lot of practice time available to you, you would be wasting your time if you just reiterate what you are already good at. So aim for what is difficult. Slow it down. Use the metronome to build speed up. And what else do I have here? So my final piece, as far as practice time is concerned, you don't need a ton. I'm sure there's tons of YouTube searches on how much time to play. When I had more free time, and I say free time because I work out in the morning, so I can't stay up late practicing, but I would practice a lot. It was just something I did, and it was just part of me, so I just didn't even think of it. But if you have other things going on, 10, 15 minutes, 20 is a good start, especially if you're starting out. Use the James Clear approach. Tell yourself you're going to do 2 minutes and then ease into it. But Pomodoro, which I highly recommend, but whatever it takes. Now, I would probably cut it off at an hour. And what I recommend, and people have mixed opinions about the Pomodoro technique. I would argue that the more you can split it up, the better. And why? Because if you're learning something new, to tell someone to sit down for an hour straight to try to figure it out, it's going to be very daunting. And emotionally, you don't want to do that, especially with the guitar, and it's a hobby. And it's like, why would I spend an hour straight? So I would recommend taking that hour and splitting it up into something reasonable. I know Pomodoro is 25 minutes. And then, if you did that, you could do 4 blocks of it. That would end up being 100 minutes, whatever that is in hours. But let's say you have the hour. You cut it up into 3 20-minute chunks. Why 20 minutes? Why? because you could do 30 minutes, but I like having more breaks. And anything less than 20, what are you going to do? 15 minutes? You have to go, okay, that's 4 sets of 15 minutes. And then how much do you break? I'll just tell you. So do your 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break. And let's say you want to aim for the hour. In that entire hour span, you are not allowed to touch your phone or to surf the internet or whatever it is you do. And if you're following along in this series, I finished my Stormwind tab. The internet is a slippery slope with many things, but with internet surfing. So you've seen me tab the song out with YouTube. If I kept YouTube up and then I wanted to practice, I would say, oh, well, I'm done. Let's go on YouTube for 10 minutes, which turns into 2 hours. That, and everybody knows your phone is a culprit. So use your Apple Watch, use a kitchen timer, use an actual Pomodoro timer if you wanted to. And then after you've arranged the song, you're no longer bound to sitting on the internet. So then if you want to take it up one level, print it out. That way you're not staring at blue lights at almost 9 o'clock at night. So like I said, within that hour, you're not allowed to touch your phone. And then what do you do on your breaks? Just get up and move. Like I would say 20 minutes each one, 5-minute break. People have their opinions on that, but at the same time, you want your brain, if this is something new, you want your brain to soak in the information that you're trying to absorb. And your practice blocks can be more focused because okay, well, let me just focus really hard. I get 20 minutes. It may be challenging, but at least I have a break. And you take a break, you don't touch your phone, you go for a walk, stretch, drink some water, take a breather. Just get off the internet. Like, don't add more information to your head while you're trying to learn this stuff, okay? That's my biggest takeaway. And I don't know, back when I was, a little story time, back when I was learning and playing electric guitar, I'm going to age myself, but this is about 20 years ago. And the internet just didn't have much stuff on there. So as long as I wasn't getting it's ironic because I'm playing a World of Warcraft song, but as long as I wasn't playing WoW too much, the times where I took games out, I was had a lot of time to play the guitar. And I feel like people before the internet, you didn't have much going on. So you could really dig deep into whatever activity you wanted to do. So if it was between reading books or playing an instrument, your brain will be like, oh, that instrument seems pretty interesting now. I got nothing else to do. So just give yourself that time. And, it depends on how good you want to be. There are channels, there are people that will pump out songs in, they will pump out songs, a few songs a week. And by few, think about it, that means like 3. Do you think now obviously these people have more free time, but do you think they are able to get to that level with maybe 20 minutes a day of distracted practice? The answer is no. Okay. Now they may have a lot of things going on where that's their full-time thing. I get it. But if your time is limited, then make the best of it. I don't know what else to tell you. Replace whatever it is you want to do. For me, it's gaming, unfortunately. It's ironic because I make game music. I not make it, I cover it, but I don't really play it that often. Play them that often. But, just, if anything, just put it at the end of your practice. Put your phone out of sight and focus. That's all I can tell you. You don't need another video after this one, okay? You don't need another video after this. That's it. So that is all, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them below. I'll try to answer them. If you need any help with this, comment. I'll try to help. Why not? Let's go. We're here to learn the guitar, and I am glad you tuned in. So thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.